Hey guys, hello. Can you tell me, does it look like there's a shadow on there? It looks like a shadow from here. Let's see. I'm just gonna, there is a shadow. Okay, just bear with me. Let's see. If I go a little higher. What if I shut that off? Is that better with that off? Let me see what I could do. While we're waiting for everybody to sign on, I sent, I posted earlier, if you want to join me in creating this card base, it's kind of a play along. I don't have a lot of finished samples. I wasn't feeling very good the last couple days. So I have parts and pieces, but what I thought is that you can build this base card with me, and then you can create your own card, and then you could share it on our new Facebook group. It's called Buffalo Stamps Makers, and that's where you guys can post any cards that you make and share it. So if you would like to kind of join me, you'll need 2 pieces of paper. One is they're both 4 1/4 by 11. So if you want to grab that, we'll wait while we get the lighting situated. Let me see. You'll need a paper cutter. You're going to need some glue. You can either use a bone folder or a scoreboard. That's pretty much, I think, all that you're going to need for the base of the card. And then I'm going to share some ideas that I did, and I would love to see what you guys do. So this might be a new thing where I kind of give you a card and then you guys create too, and we share that. Let me try to plug this in, this other light. Maybe this will be helpful. I have so many cords over here. Okay. Is that a little bit better, that light? Hopefully. So is anybody going to join along with me, or am I all on my own? We had a customer request, and Mona, you going to join? That we kind of put instructions. So I'm going to leave this up after, and you guys could screenshot it. And she also asked if we could put the names of the products that we used. And so these are some of the names of the products that we used. And of course, I had like 5 minutes before I needed to go on. And I actually added another one. I'm not sure if it's going to work for this card, but we'll see. Okay. So you have your 4 1/4 by 11 for your standard A2 size card. And this card, actually, you may have seen it online, and I thought it was rather intriguing. It was done by BB Cameron, who has done some exclusive classes with Spellbinders and our Crafters Home group. And I think I really enjoy the things that she does. And I was kind of like, I saw this card and I was like, ooh, you know, I think there's a lot of potential and it'd be fun to play with it and see what we can do. So, okay, so we have our card base and we're going to score at 5.5. Now, my first card was just regular 80-pound weight. This one is the 100-pound weight. I'm going to see if there's a, I'm going to see if there's a big difference, whether it really matters or not. Okay, so that's pretty much all that you needed the scoreboard for. Okay, so now we're going to take our paper cutter. And we need to cut from the bottom of the front. And it doesn't really matter at this point whether this is the front or that's the front. We need to cut 2 3/4 inches. We're going to cut that off. So this is what we end up having, this card as such. Is this better, Robin? Okay, I can see. You know what I'm going to do? It's hard because the clamp for my phone kind of goes right over that viewing space. So I'm going to do a little trick. So I'm just putting that tape there. So if I stay below that, I think we should be good. Okay, so we have this part of our card. From this scrap, and you'll need a little bit more because we need the 2 1/4 or the 4 1/4. We need to cut 3/8 of an inch kind of slats, and we need 7 of them. So the 3/8 is like a half, and then between the next 2 lines. So you need to cut 7 of those. And if you don't have enough of this paper, just grab another piece of white paper. Now, I only did the samples that I've done, have only been done in white, but it'll be interesting to see if people do other colors. So we have 2, I have 6. I probably can get one more out of here. And then these will all be the heavier weight. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely more of a fan of a guillotine paper cutter rather than one of the wire ones. Okay, so we have our 7 strips. Okay, everybody with me? On the picture, I said you need some kind of either washi tape that has a little bit of a tack, but that's going to release, or if you have the score tape is actually really good, or not the score tape, the yellow tape, the best tape ever from Spellbinders. Use that. Well, that's probably what fell on the ground. Okay, so you're going to need a little piece of tape, and a little bit longer one. This is the tack on this side. This you're just going to tack on the inside. And we want to make sure that we're going to be able to remove it without tearing our paper. This is just a temporary hold. And I found it helpful if I just kind of like tape my card in place. And the fact that this is like wonky doesn't really matter. Okay. So are you guys with me? If anybody's following along, just let me know that you're ready to go on to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to take these little strips. Hi, Paula. So this is why we want it 4 1/4, because we want it to kind of be exact the same width as this. So you're going to start your first little strip down at the bottom and line that up to the bottom of your card base. And then just kind of place it there. Or you can go back after and create this card. And what we're going to do is fill in this space with 5 of them, leaving kind of an open slotted space in between. And because we're using like that low tack tape, we can actually, if we need to move one, we're only putting 5. So you can see that I can go and realign them. Actually, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we have these little slats going in this direction, and we have our 2 extra slats left. These 2 slats are actually going to go on each side over here, and we are going to glue these down. Okay, depending on how high you want this up, we just really want it, you know, maybe a good 1/2 inch. And I'm using my Nuvo glue. Which I used earlier. Let me see if I have my little pokey tool. I probably left it. And then I'm going to just put a couple drops of the Nuvo on here. Okay, so we're going to adhere that, and that's going to hold the slots together on that side, and then we want to do the same thing on the other side. Whoop. A little bit too heavy on the glue. And about the same distance on this side. So we're going to give the glue just a second or two to dry. I know this side, I could feel that it's dry already. Look at this side. So in the meantime, I'm going to remove our tape. And just in case, I'm really holding this side down as I pull this off to make sure that and what's nice about this tape, the Best Ever tape, you can use that like over and over. Okay, So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that we need to cut these bottom pieces off. And since we know that's at the bottom of the card, we can just go across that bottom slat and remove that. And it looks like these are a little bit off over here. All right, so we cut those off. So this is your basic card, okay? And what I want to show you are a couple ideas. This is the one I just did. I just brought this one home, and I'm not sure if it's going to look good on here, but this is from Simon Hurley, called In Bloom, done by Spellbinders, and it has these big kind of bold blooms. And this reminded me kind of like a garden gate. So what you can do is you can tuck different things in these little slots and create a design. Now, Robin, I saw you on here. You can actually like tuck a lot of your mixed media, your ephemera. You probably could like grunge that whole background up with paints and such to create a background. So this one I'm going to work on later because I just actually die cut everything. I didn't have a plan. I was just hoping that it was going to work out. I love that flower. You can, I don't know if I like it down there. Nope, kind of like it maybe over there, and I can put a little sentiment over here. So this one I'm going to play with, and then I will post what I end up doing with this particular one. I do have one that I completed, and on this one I used the Pink Fresh Wildflower, what did I use? The Whimsical Blooms washi tape. And I used one of their pre-made sentiment dies. And I have this little piece, and I'm trying to decide, do I want to put it there or do I want to put it on this side? I think I like it in that little space over there. So what I'm going to do, I added some foam tape on the back of these. So you can't really kind of see it, but this way you can. So it's just a different kind of card front. I thought it was actually really kind of cool. So now I have one that's totally different. Something different you probably, the next one's super cute. I don't do cute a lot, but who doesn't love Doodlebug? So we just got these new dies in from Doodlebug. And so we have the Spring Garden and we have the Gnomies. And that's what I used in this next card that we're going to put together. So I'm going to use this base that I have here. On this one, I was going to put some paper on the back on the top. This reminded me also of a fence. So in putting this card together, that's what I was envisioning. So this is going to be our challenge card for the month. I would love everybody to make one and post it onto the Buffalo Stamps makers. And it'll be fun to see what people come up with. Okay, so this kind of is going to be your sky. So what I have here are all, those dies are just die cuts, and you put together all these little pieces. I don't know if we're posting that. The video doesn't get posted there, but it gets posted on our YouTube channel. Jess will put those in usually on Friday. I thought I'd add a little bit of grass. I'm not sure what grass I liked. So I thought it needed a little bit of grass on the bottom because I'm going to have my little Nomi over there. Do we want high grass or low grass? I kind of think I like the high grass. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere that down to the bottom. Let me cover this up so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so far we have our background. I think I glued that crooked. Oh well, but we have our little grass, and we have our little gnome, and I have a little flower that we're gonna kind of put over here. So I think I kind of want, I want to catch the top of that fence post, if that's what we're going to call it. One of the things reason I like Nuvo, which sometimes can be a deterrent, but it dries super fast. So if you're, putting something down and you want it down there for good, it doesn't take long to set up. Okay, so we got our little gnome. I'm going to pop him. Of course I'm going to pop him. And this is where you're going to kind of have to be tricky. What I'm going to do is just kind of use this as, if it doesn't roll, so I'm just going to put a piece of tape there. I think that'll be good. Because you have to remember, you don't want your foam tape going in between the slats because you're not going to be able to open your card. Okay, so we have our little gnome. Maybe we want to move him up a touch. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We have the sunshine and the little clouds. Now I cut two of them out, but I don't think we need another unless we maybe put one off to this side. So I'm going to cut part of that off with my paper cutter. Okay, We'll glue that down. We're going to pop him. I mean, you gotta love Doodlebug. It's like so stinking cute. And then we have our other cloud. Part of it is attached from the Pop Dot. So what I'm going to do is do my little trick with putting a little bit of the Nuvo glue over there. And then what I have left are these little mushrooms, which I'm going to put right over there. This one I'm going to put a little glue at the bottom. And I'm going to, what I want over here, I'm going to tuck him down. I'm going to put a little Pop Dot. So these little tools come in handy. And then oh, see over there, I'll have to go back and clean that up because that might stick to my card. But now we have this cute little card, and it will stand up. And I thought it was adorable. So we have, you know, depending on your style, you know, like here, the washi tape is super fast. You don't have to color anything. You know, you just die cut it and then you can put it on here, and I use the sentiments. I didn't have a chance to find some stamps, but we came up with this idea last night. So this is all I have at the moment. But so I have a challenge out to you. You can go back and replay that if you want to take a screenshot. That's the basic instructions. So hopefully I didn't miss anything, but you can go back and replay it. I mean, it's a super easy card, not difficult at all to create. And I would love for you guys to, you know, make a card, try different colors. Oh, Heidi, I'm so glad you're on because I know you're definitely going to do it. I know Mona's going to make one. So I put it out to you guys and just see what we come up with. And we have to thank BB. It was her inspiration in her basic card style. And we'll see what you guys share. So just remember, on our regular Facebook, you cannot post. So this is the group that everybody can post to. And we do have a lot of you out there that are constantly inspiring our other customers, and I appreciate that. So take a look at that group. And so if you're ever in a funk, just kind of start, you know, browsing through that. Anybody have any questions? It is super cute. I mean, like, do you guys love Doodlebug? I mean, I'm into the vintage and all that other kind of stuff, and I love floral. So, you know, these are like right up my alley. That's definitely me in a nutshell. But it's also fun to do something different that you don't normally do, and it's just fun. But Yeah, I love Doodlebug. I love a, you know, especially all their papers. Oh, they have the cutest little papers. I'll put these little grass tufts in. So any questions? Okay. So you guys have been challenged. So go forth and create. You don't have to do it tonight, but it would be fun to see what anybody comes up with in the next couple days. So check out that Facebook group and see if anybody posts it. Yes, Amelia, you have a question. Yeah, and these were some of the dies that we used. And if we do run out of these, I didn't really plan on doing this when I ordered them. We do have some in the store, and I can reorder them because today Mona came in, got hers. Lois came in, got hers. I got mine. And so on the Buffalo Makers group, I just have to put it out there too, because it kind of happened once. There's no soliciting on that group. It's just a creative environment for people to share the projects that they made. And, you know, hopefully products that we sell in our store. But if not, I understand that. But it's supposed to inspire and inspire each other. So we just have to wait for Amelia's question. Just FYI, in the Doodlebug, these are all dies, so there was no stamping. I'll ask Jess if she can do that. Amelia, if you would know me more personally, you would know that I don't know how to do any of that stuff. It's by dumb luck or fluke that when I do it and it works, but I will have okay, let's see. When it's posted on the YouTube, you can share the video link to that group. Okay. Yeah, and my daughter Jess is the one that does all the, you know, posting on the Facebook group, and then, you know, I'll see if she can make sure that she gets it on there. So, any other questions? So if there are no other questions, I'm going to just say thank you guys for joining me this evening, and I hope you are up for a challenge, and I would love to see, and I'm sure everybody else out there would love to see what you come up with. So have a great evening and stay warm.